Good morning. It is 7:53 a.m. on Friday, May the 6th, 2022. I'm Christiana Ellis. I've been up for a little bit. This is 5 more minutes. Not going into the office today, so I don't have to be all, ready for the day quite so early. So, got two things that I want to talk about today. One is that last night I finally watched the movie Dr. Zhivago. And I'm going to talk about how I felt about it in just a moment. But part of the reason for watching it is the very fact that I had not watched it, which, stands to reason. That's how you watch a lot of movies, right? Is that you haven't seen them yet. But Dr. Zhivago specifically is the movie that I have sort of meant to see for years and years and years, and yet never quite managed to actually put it on and sit down and watch it until last night. And that was only because finally we decided to make it the movie, or at least one of three, for our next episode of watching 100 movies. And so it was like, officially need to watch it now, as opposed to just, yeah, I should watch that. And it's a movie directed by David Lean, who also did Lawrence of Arabia and Bridge on the River Kwai, which I love. So it was, always out there as one of David Lean's big epic things that I haven't seen. It feels like I should. Seems like something I'd like. Turns out I did. What I will say is, compared to some of those, like Lawrence of Arabia and Bridge on the River Kwai, the plot is kind of shaggy. It's set during the Bolshevik Revolution in Russia, around about the time of World War I and thereafter, and mostly it is an epically sappy love story that just is set in that period and uses that time period to give our characters lots of reasons that they can't be together. But they must. But the thing is, I really liked it. It is millions of dollars of production design hanging on a fairly thin, sappy, melodramatic romance, and I guess that was just exactly what I was in the mood for last night, so obviously we will talk about it in more detail when Mike has also watched it, and we do our next episode of Watching 100 Movies, where we'll also be talking about David Lean's versions of Oliver Twist and Great Expectations. But in the meantime, the other thing I wanted to talk about today is that when I was at the store the other day, I saw that they had a new flavor of Coke Zero in little mini cans. That it is Starlight Limited Edition Coca-Cola Zero Sugar Space Flavored. It's hard to focus. So what does space taste like? Hard to put a finger on exactly what words to use to describe it. I mean, I like it. It's pretty sweet. It's maybe a fruitier. It honestly doesn't taste all that much like cola. Yeah, but it's like I can't think right off the top of my head of like some other flavor to compare it directly to. I like it. It's a limited edition thing, and so I don't know if you'll be able to find it where you are, or before it's discontinued again. But I don't know. I like Coke Zero generally, and I like to try new things. And this turns out to be one that I like, even though these mini cans. You know what? I honestly don't hate the mini cans or the mini bottles, except that I just feel like I am soon flooded with the empties compared to, and it feels like a lot of waste compared to what I usually buy. I usually buy my soda in 2 liter bottles, which, even though plastic recycling is a whole thing, I'm not going to get into right now. Um, at the very least, it feels like, short of going to a soda stream or something, which I've considered, is the way to have that be the least amount of waste. Although I don't know, maybe even having a lot of cans is better than a little plastic, because aluminum, like, recycling, like, works. That's real. In any case, I'm gonna leave it there, and I will talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes.